And you work on occlusion culling. I don't know if you're
Actually, occlusion culling, we have it.
Yeah, I think.
But it's epic solution for it, and it's it's good. It's really good because it's if it turned off, it's worse than not having it. But it's something I would like to investigate more because we are spending a lot of time in the frame to actually do the culling, because we have such a dynamic world of like a lot of buildings that you place manually.
Yeah. But because for the longest time it's been the case where like if you because this is a question that people ask a lot. It's like if you build walls around your factory, it doesn't act like for the longest time Satisfactory hasn't like occluded that inner part in the factory, so like walls wouldn't occlude them.
There's two things to this. So it actually has for a long time, but there is actually a problem when it can only use the last frame's data, like what you saw in the last frame, and use the depth information from that to cull objects in the current frame. Which means that if you are standing and looking away from this wall, and then you turn in one frame and look against the wall, you don't have any depth information about the wall, meaning you can't do any occlusion at all. So you have to draw everything for one frame, and then after that you have the information, and then you can start culling. And that's not ideal because it gets stutters when you move the camera a lot inside a very heavy base.
I've been meaning to make like a video about this for the longest time, because it really is like, it's not super obvious in what circumstances you get these issues. And like the best way really to know that is to do the the freeze rendering and like actually move around and look at the like what actually happens when you do certain things. So maybe that video I can make that sometime. But do you think do you think there are things we can do to improve that as well?
I hope so. Like there are things that I have in mind that I want to do or test, but it's so hard to predict how much it will affect and if it will actually be worse in cases. So it's like I can't promise anything about it, and actually going in and rewriting culling in the engine is kind of deep inside the guts of the rendering engine, and that's a lot of work. That a lot of time that could be spent on potentially other things, or like other optimizations and so on. So we'll see.
Yeah.